friends, hope you are all fine. And today we are entering into the new unit, that is unit 6, ray optics. Okay, till now we have studied completed 5 units. The first unit, it is about electrostatics. The second unit is about the current, that is moving charge. First unit about the stationary charge. Then the next one is magnetism. Okay, then the fourth unit is electromagnetic induction and alternating current, and the fifth unit we have completed electromagnetic waves. Okay, so next unit is ray optics. Okay, so what is meant by optics? Okay, optics means nothing but it is light. Okay, so optics means light. Light means it is a form of energy. Okay, so for what we are using, like without light can we see anything? No. So what is happening actually when the light rays enters into our eyes? What is happening? It is producing a sensation, the sensation in our eyes, and that sensation makes us to see everything. Okay, so that is light. Okay, we all know light is a form of energy. It transfers from one point to the other point. Likewise, when there is a source, light will come from that source to our eyes, and it produces a sensation. That sensation makes us to see everything. So we all know that light is the form of electromagnetic wave. Okay, electromagnetic wave, it is having the speed of light. So light is also a form of electromagnetic wave. It has all the properties of electromagnetic wave. So light is a form of electromagnetic wave. Like X-rays, gamma rays, UV rays. Light is also a electromagnetic wave. Okay, so now we are limiting our study to the electromagnetic wave, that is a light. Okay, light ingra the electromagnetic wave we are going to study. Okay, this light we can study in two ways. Okay, one is ray optics and the other one is wave optics. Okay, light can be studied as ray and as wave. Okay, first let us limit our discussion in this unit as light as the ray optics. So light is a traveling wave. Okay, light is traveling, and that for that, when it travels from the source to an observer, it has a particular direction. Okay, so when the light travels from a source to for example, consider this is a source of light. Okay, consider this is a source of light. So when it travels, it is traveling and an observer is there. Okay, so when it travels from the source to observer, it is taking a particular definite direction. Okay, so it is propagating through a particular direction. So that direction we are calling it as ray. Understood? What is meant by ray optics? So whenever the light ray passes from a source to an observer, it takes a particular direction. Or path valiyada pogum, or valiyada adu pogum. It takes a particular direction through a particular path. Okay, so that direction, that particular path through which it is going, that we are calling it as ray of light. Okay, so what is ray of light? Ray of light is the direction of propagation of light energy. We know that light is the form of energy. Propagation means it travels. Okay, so when it travels, it has a particular direction. That particular direction of propagation of that light energy, we are calling it as ray of light, or we can say it as ray optics. Ray optics is the direction of propagation of light energy. Okay, so when the light energy travels from the source to an observer, okay, different phenomena takes place based on the obstacle. If a light is traveling from here to here, so okay, if there is any interference or any obstacle is coming in between the rays, when the rays passes, if you place anything, okay, anything in between or in the way, and the path நம்ம வேற ஏதாவது வரும்போது different phenomena can take place. Okay, so now let us discuss those phenomena. Suppose you take a light. Okay, this is the light ray. This is the light ray. Okay, that means what? The path of the light energy. Okay, this is the ray of light. It is passing. Suppose there is an interface. It is medium 1. Let us take this. It is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2. Okay, it is traveling from medium 1 to medium 2. In between there is an interface. Okay, இதுக்கு ரெண்டுக்கும் இடையில ஒரு தடை இருக்கு இல்லையா, there is an interface. Okay, so when light travels from one medium to another medium, three phenomena can take place. Okay, three phenomena can take place. The first one is the light rays get reflected. We all know, right? So whenever a light ray strikes an object, okay, it gets reflected. The first phenomena can be taken places. The light ray may get reflected. The next one is the light ray can transmit from this medium to the next medium. Okay, ಅದು reflect ಆಗಲ್ಲ. This is the reflected light. They can get transmitted. It may get transmitted. Transmitted means it can pass through that interface and go to the next medium. The third one is some of the light rays may get absorbed in this medium. Okay, in this interface, some of the light rays may get absorbed. Okay, so this absorbed meaning it may get destroyed. In the interface, the light energy may get destroyed. We know that the light energy cannot be destroyed. It can be formed from one form to another form. Okay, so it can be destroyed. That means it can change its form from, that is, light energy can be converted into heat energy. Clear? So these are the phenomena takes place when light travels from one medium to the another medium. So when the light travels, it may get reflected, then it may get transmitted, and also the light energy may get absorbed. Okay, so I can write it as it may get reflected, it may get absorbed, and it may get transmitted. So remember it, right? Okay, three phenomena can take place, but now we are limiting our discussion to reflection and transmission. We are not taking absorption. We are going to study in detail about this reflection and transmission. So first one is reflection. We all have studied what is reflection in your lower classes. Okay, so what is meant by reflection? When the light rays bounces back to the same medium. This is medium 1. Okay, it is bouncing back to the same medium. When it strikes the reflecting surface, such a light is called as reflected light. Okay, அதே mediumல அது bounce back ஆகுது, ஒரு reflecting surfaceல பட்டு அதே mediumல bounce back ஆகுது அப்படினா we are calling it as reflection. Okay, we are seeing all the object around us because of this reflection. Okay, suppose you are entering inside a dark room, there is no light. Can you see anything? No. What will you say? Because there is no light, I cannot see anything. Okay, and suppose you are entering into a lighted room. Okay, you can see everything. Okay, why? Because that is because of the light. You say that there is light, so that I can able to see. How you are able to see that the light? Because of the reflection. This is light. Okay, the light source. The light source will fall. That is, the rays will fall on the objects in the room. Okay, that objects will reflect it, and that reflected ray will comes into your eye. Suppose if there is a table. Okay, that table will reflect the light, and the reflection are that you are seeing it. Okay, so reflection takes place, that we all know. Only because of reflection we can able to see the object around us. So you suppose you consider, yes, now you are seeing inside the room, you are seeing a mirror. Okay, in one room there is a mirror, in the another one's room it is full of wall. Okay, but in one when you see the mirror, you can see your own face, but when you see the wall, you cannot see your own face. Why? Both are reflecting. Okay, but in the mirror you can see your own image, but in the wall you cannot see the own image. You are just seeing the wall. Okay, what is the reason? Yes, the reason is because of the reflecting surface. Okay, so this is the reflecting surface. Let us take this as a reflecting surface. Okay, this is a source of light. The source of light will travels and it strikes this reflecting surface. Okay, let us consider, or you can consider a candle over here. Okay, it is reflecting. There is a direction of, this is the direction of the light. We call it as ray. Okay, this is the ray of light falling on the reflecting surface. So what happens after getting strikes on this surface? It will be getting reflected to the same medium like this. Okay, so you can see the same. Okay, if you are placing a candle, you can see the same candle over here. Okay, but when you see the wall, okay, it is like this. The wall will be, suppose if you are seeing the board, it seems like a plain surface. Okay, but it is not plain. It is plain illa. Chinna chinna. When you see it through a microscope, you can see small pores are there. Okay, but when you take a mirror, this is a mirror. Okay, when you take a mirror, it is a plain surface. Okay, plain mirror. It is a plain surface. That is a regular surface. It is a regular surface, but it is an irregular surface. When we consider a wall, it is an irregular surface. Okay, so what happens if you are placing, or if the light rays pass like this? Okay, this is the ray of light passing like this. At some point it will be reflected like this. At some point in the point, ipdi point it will reflect out. The reflecting part, it will not take the same pattern. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா என்ன பேட்டர்ன்ல போகுதோ அதே பேட்டர்ன்ல இங்க வருது. அதனால உன்னோட இமேஜ் ஓன் ஃபேஸ உன்னால பார்க்க முடியுது. But when you see it over here, the reflection is not uniform. Okay, not same as the incident pattern. Incident ஆன pattern அப்படியே வெளிய வர்றது கிடையாது, because of the irregularities in the surface. Okay, so that we can see our own face in the plane mirror and we cannot see it in this wall. Why? Because of the surfaces. Okay, it is, this surface is a regular surface and this surface is an irregular surface. So you all might have studied about the laws of reflection, right? So there are two laws of reflection. One is the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal all lie in the same plane. Okay, consider this as a plane. Okay, consider this as a plane. Okay, so the incident light, varrakuriya light, the reflected light, adula patta reflect agakuriya light, and the normal means perpendicular to the surface. நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிற surfaceக்கு perpendicular. இந்த எல்லாமே all lie in the same plane. That means coplanar. Okay, all lie in the same plane. This is the incident light and this is the normal and this is the reflected light. Okay, incident light, reflected light and the normal all lie in the same plane. This is the first rule. Okay, then what is the second rule? The angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence should be taken as the angle between the normal and the incident ray. Normal ko incident ray ko idailamana angle the angle of incidence. What is angle of reflection? The angle between the reflected ray and the normal ray. Okay, both these angle will always be equal. Light enna angle la normal kuda enna angle la it is incidenting, that at the same angle it will get reflected. Suppose if this is 30 degree, this will also be 30 degree. Okay, so this is the major rule. Okay, this is reflection. This is the plane surface. This we are talking about the plane surface. Suppose if it is an irregular, this is regular surface. Suppose if you are taking the irregular surface, so at this point the normal is here. Okay, at this point, in the point la pathina, the normal will be here. At this point the normal is here. Okay, so when a light is incident on the normal, it will be reflected like this. When a light is incident on this normal, it will be reflected like this. When a light is incident on this normal, it will be reflected like this at the same angle. So what happens? வர்ற லைட் எல்லாம் இந்த பேட்டர்ன்ல இருந்தாலும் போகக்கூடிய லைட்டோட பேட்டர்ன் பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்படி போகும் இல்லையா? So this is in case of irregular surface. This is regular surface and this one is irregular surface. Okay, this is about the reflection. Okay, clear? So can you understand what is reflection and why we can see our own image in a plane mirror and we cannot see it in a wall? Okay, hope you could understand it and thank you for watching.